And she sends photos of her husband to Terrence and sends 2 words: kill him. Now, to be clear, this is the only evidence from her phone that has been made public at this point. And I mentioned at the beginning of this episode that this murder for hire plot was uncovered due to pure chance and luck, and I wasn't making that up. On July 20th, just 4 days after that kill him message was sent, there was an attempted break-in at Grabber's Bar and Grill, the same bar where Terrence worked. The thief or thieves cut power cables, disabled the generator to ensure that security cameras were off, and ransacked the bar's safe. And local authorities figured that someone who worked at the bar was probably involved, considering they took that step to turn the security cameras off and seemed to know how to do it. And just take a guess at whose phone was searched in connection with the robbery. It's unclear at this point when exactly the affair started, but after a decade of marriage, Lindsay began seeing someone who was not her husband. And this man was 28-year-old Bahamas native Terrence Bethel. It's believed that the two of them first became involved after meeting at Terrence's job, Grabber's Bar and Grill, which is located on the same island as the Shivers vacation home. Now, a friend of Lindsay's has recently come forward anonymously saying that Lindsay had been bored in her marriage for quite some time. They describe her as a firecracker, and they believe that Lindsay thought Terrence was exciting and different. This friend also said that Lindsay had been living a double life towards the end of everything, and that she wasn't even really trying to keep it a secret. And from everything I can tell, there was a reason that she wasn't. He knew his wife was seeing someone behind his back, and he decided to file for divorce. The officers actually end up talking to Robert's mom, who has some interesting things to say. She accuses Lindsay of being not well, mentally speaking, and said they'd even been worried that she took her own life because she wasn't answering anyone's calls.
Well, I mean, considering not just you, but her own mom saying the same thing, I'd be inclined to believe it.
I mean, they're this all-American couple. He's a football player. She's a cheerleader. And to many, it seemed like they had a perfect relationship, almost as if it was too good to be true. Eventually, they started a family together. They had 3 sons, Grayson, Landon, and Rhett, and they lived in a beautiful, very big $2.5 million home in Thomasville, Georgia. And they definitely lived a pretty bougie life. They were members of the country club. They socialized at all the nicest places. They vacationed a lot in the Bahamas, where Robert's family owned a vacation home. It's no secret that the Shivers had a lot of money, but this did not come from any kind of successful NFL career.